Why don't you tell me what happened last time?
Well, it was a bit of an introduction, we'll say, as our mercenaries met each other at our hotel, our meeting spot, to relax and enjoy ourselves before going to the mission that was, well, dealing with sabotage and hopefully information gathering if we're lucky. As we decide to do a bit of introductions, of course, meeting the ever colorful Roy, the silent Brandon, and of course, Faith as well. As we did a little bit of chatting before going off to relax a bit. Roy decided to spend his money at some tables, and Brandon decided to take a drink at the bar, and Faith going to a spa and having as much relaxation as she could get. As we were enjoying ourselves, well, Roy had a bit more fun than usual as he was playing the poker table, gaining money, doing very well for himself before meeting eyes with a lovely woman by the name of Alexandra. And of course, they flirted for a bit, or Roy flirted with her, and she seemed to be into it, as well as offering a chance to hang out with each other, as long as he, of course, was willing to spend that money that he earned, which he was happy to do so for a chance with a lovely lady. And as they got up to leave, a large number of other people got up to leave with them, showing that they're either following her or him, or more likely bodyguards, as Roy seemed to be happy to still engage with a night of coitus and fun, apparently, as Brandon shook his head from the bar, a bit exasperated with Roy's whole demeanor about the whole thing. As not too long after, Brandon Taylor, CIA informant, came by, a bit confused and seeing apparently Roy walk out with apparently someone he's not supposed to, at least from Brandon's eyes, probably. As Brandon Taylor sat down to talk with Brandon Silent One at the bar, and talking about the job and information gathering, as well as letting him know that we're going to Africa to hopefully meet our contact, and from there the job is simply sabotage. Information gathering is a secondary task, but not the primary one. And of course, good luck, and you'll be paid handsomely for the job. And of course, the plane tickets too, as they was handed over, and a silent exchange and a nod as they left. The next day, Roy woke up after a pleasant night hanging out with Alexandra, who seemed to be smoking outside and enjoying herself. But let's say seeing Roy as adequate and hoping he would return for another bit of fun. As Roy said goodbye and made his way to the plane, as the other two, Faith and Brandon, were waiting for him with a raised eyebrow to see him having a bit of schmooze, basically. He did have a bit of concern, idea that maybe he had something on him, but it was all fine and good. As we took our plane and made our way to sit down and have a long ride to get 18 hours, I believe, to get to our destination. As we were going through the northern mountains of Somalia, I believe. And the car ride was mostly us chatting to get to know each other, realizing Brandon's skills were a bit in question as we got to see what level we were at. Not really too sure. The question of what Roy can do, Roy's skill was put in question. What Roy can do was still left up in the air, as he seemed to describe money and woman was his whole thing, as, money, woman, and men, by King here, as Faith as well pointed out that she was here for research if she would be lucky, but the job still comes first. As Brandon, still silent, but talked a bit more about some of the work he's done before. Regardless, we eventually made it to our meeting point to meet up with our contact, Ulrich, as he seemed to be stoic and not really interested in getting personal, but relayed all the information we needed for the job. Guard rotations, what's been going on, what we assume could be in there, and not really sure how large it is, but it's being guarded. And we have a couple of entry points, silent or going in loud. I think we all agree going in quiet will probably be the best, but we'll see where this takes us, as we have one chance to do this and to get the job done. And I think that's where it ended last.
Yeah. As you can look over some of the reports, you're like looking. Larek will sort of glance towards the two of you and say, "You need weapons?"
Yes, sorry. Weapons would probably be preferable at the very least. I assume we're going to, regardless of what happens, this facility has to be destroyed or cause as much damage as possible. How much firepower do we have?
Well, normally mercs bring their own guns, but Guess I can make an exception for you.
It would be appreciated. I brought something, but I'm not sure how well it will do here on the job. Do we have explosives? Is that a thing to ask for?
You can, I guess. Normally,
Make
I
sure.
know you have money you have spent. I see
No.
it in your inventory, so
If you'd have gambled with
Listen.
me,
I would have lost. Hey, we both know that. Oh god. Broke. Okay. If it was up to me, I think we should go in quiet. The guards have shifts, right? We just need to get one of their badges and hopefully get in and not get caught before we do what needs to get done, right? Unless you boys have other thoughts.
Okay, pretty good over here.
nah.
Second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my current plan. Strong, tall, dark, and handsome over here knocks out one of the guards, or maybe some a little more prominent. I take his outfit, his ID, his weapons, and then I use that little hole in their security system to get you guys in.
Is there any blank spots anywhere to ensure we won't get seen at the very least, or is that something we're not aware of yet?
you're asking this of him.
Yeah, I'm asking Ulrich because he's the one who scouted out the area.
It's up to you to time it.
Alright, I'll try to hop one of the assume patrols mapped, or
Yeah, no,
Come on.
everything is there.
I'll jump off the
Study-
patrol without.
Study the patrols, look over the files. As for weapons, I left a few in the trunk. Good luck to all of you.
Appreciate it.
I'll be within radio distance, camping out nearby.
Dave nods before presumably grabbing all the data files that she can get her hands on that he has and just try to memorize all of them.
Probably a pistol. Fucking.
Yippee! Listen, I'm not good. I wasn't good with guns anyway.
I'm sorry, I don't pay. What do I pay you for?
His picture, that's what he hands over. This is for you. It's in our budget right there.
Compliment the other piece, right?
If any of you guys knew what a high point was, my joke would have been way funnier.
Sorry, we're not as cool as you hate.
No. Red, you're plenty cool.
Aw. I feel like you're gonna betray me right after that joke.
No, I was mostly using that as a dig at the other two.
I see. Look, well, it wasn't my resume that I'm a researcher. They can't be mad at me about this.
Listen, we should all be pointing more at Brandon for not bringing any guns.
I
He's the
bought a
fighter.
gun. What do you mean?
He has guns.
Oh, okay.
I have.
Okay,
In fact, I've also,
good, good.
in fact, I spent my money on extra magazines. On
You know,
actual
my
mission
greatest
related.
weapon, the greatest weapon is me, my brain. That's what I brought. God damn it.
Listen,
My-
I spent my money on the most important aspect of my toolkit, which is my mind, right? You know, I wanted to make sure that I was in peak condition for this mission.
So you can
have-
I can take the guns back. Yeah, no, yeah. You spend a bit of time going over the plans as we'll camp out for a bit and time is correct. When would you like to this kidnapping plan?
I assume we better do it at nights, if that be possible. But if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know.
As long as we aren't seen when we get him, so whatever we can do to increase those odds, you know?
Yeah.
Anything
Grunt's
else,
making
my
fun of our
lord
plan.
wishes? Maybe a bouquet of flowers, a red carpet.
You know, Grunt, if you wouldn't mind.
Luckily for you, they're like their patrols are like one-man patrols, and they
Yeah.
conveniently just like look around when there's like something like, huh, must have been the wind.
Yeah, we'll throw a rock over in one direction, Grunt, you know?
Would it be possible to stake out till nighttime just to see the patrol ourselves and stuff like that, or would that be?
Brand will point out actually. Nighttime would be advisable if we go and just allow and just cross the perimeter, to sneak up the perimeter to avoid any watchouts. If Roy can sneak us in with a bit of line and 3 people randomly walking around that base during day is less obvious.
I assume we weren't going to be going. Yeah, sure. I'll follow you since you have the most experience about this.
I think that's you, Mac. We're following you. You're the leader.
As you make your way, arrive near the perimeter of their base. As night falls. What is your... How are you gonna...
Listen, we got one guy who's good at combat. I'm waiting on him to do the plan. I was thinking, hopefully going in silent without, actually shooting guns, right?
Yeah, but guns would be a bit too loud. I think. Yeah, I think the patrols are too close to base. They'll need to be noticed. Yeah, I'll look at the other two. Alright, so obvious the better. And have you got CQC training?
Check my stats. No.
I don't think so. You said what type of training, Mac?
Close quarters, basically fighting.
Yeah, I have a bit of it, but probably not as good as you at the very least. I could take a punch or two.
Right, then what's the smallest patrol? Like 3 guys or 2 guys? Are they in pairs or are they like in squads? I'm not sure what the smallest patrol is.
4 guys patrols.
Handling 4 guys on my own. Bricks, you and me, I suppose, then.
Gotcha. She nods.
And they're too close to perimeter for any gunfire, granted, correct? Or are they
I mean,
a bit
yeah.
further away? No. Yeah, we lie in wait, I suppose, then, and just hope to jump them sufficiently quickly enough.
So what's the actual plan?
I'm not sure about the topography here. So I'm not sure. Is there any shrubbery? Because I know
There's shrubbery. There's like also like large rocks. It's very uneven terrain. Not like the easiest places to hide, but not impossible either.
Well, we try to hide as best we can before the patrols arrive at their route, and then we jump them down. Hopefully, take them out as quickly as possible.
It's gonna be you. I assume all 3 of you, right?
I'll definitely try and be there for moral support.
You go be there as well, then, because 2 guys taking out it. How we appreciate it.
I am, I can't see what good I'll be in a fight, but I'll do my best.
Sometimes you gotta get hurt. pretty boy.
Be a crime.
Actually, Brent went. Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Grunt?
I said okay. What am I doing?
I mean, I have military background. Can I call on that as opposed to a bit of a plan? I'm not sure of a better approach here.
I'll let you roll. Can yeah, you can give me like a no roll. Gain your free reroll.
So maybe I'll. It's the power of the free reroll, I believe. That I'll use the free reroll. Ah,
So
goddammit.
it's a lower success. I'll play this. Taking out 4 guys, you 3, before they are able to shout, shoot the gun, or like react in any way, was gonna
Yeah, I
be
know, it's a bit of
hard
a
as
tall
is.
order.
But the fact that your 2 other teammates are not like best fighters, this is a dog shit plan. Like, you might be able to take them down, but take them down before they manage to raise an alarm. Ugh.
Would it be possible to sneak in at all? Or would that be out of the loop as well?
You could probably.
That was the original plan I had.
I believe sneaking in. Sorry, go on.
That was the original plan I had, was
I
sneaking
think you
in.
can
So
like fuck up the security lock at the entrance.
what would because I know this is a different time period. Would there be a way to how would you be able to break the lock? Not break the lock, but God, I can't remember the word for it.
Bolt cutters or a lockpick.
Yeah. Is there a way to we would just use lockpicks? There's no like electronic locks in this time period.
No, I was
assume,
gonna
as
say
well.
no. It
Yeah.
actually will be a fixed roll because it's an electronic lock.
Oh, damn, they even have like fortified
Okay,
walls.
I can do that then. I at least have 6 dice to roll for that if it comes down to it.
Yeah, I got lockpicks for the like mechanical locks that like might be on like.
Yeah, like the front door of
Random
the
objects.
research facility they built is in fact reinforced with an electronic lock.
I do remember
The
that.
front door as well, yeah. I said we can try to stealth it, and if we get to a lock, we can I can try to, at least one of us could try to lock-pick it, and then hopefully find someone we can ambush and take over, whether it's a scientist or a guard, or someone or some way to sneak in without being caught for a minute or two.
You have
Probably
no
can't, probably,
idea
yeah.
of the inside.
Yeah, we have. I said that's all based on if we are get what's in the inside. I still don't. Yeah, we have no idea what's on the inside, but that's the plan here.
There has to be a couple of soldiers inside because at all times you see roughly like 3 patrols. So there's probably a couple of people sleeping, but there might be like a couple of guards inside as well. Not sure.
Yeah. And this is the 70s, so I'm not sure if they have video cameras or anything like that. It's an assumption on my part, so I could be completely wrong.
Matter.
Depending on how easily we get caught.
They
maybe.
probably wouldn't have like CCTV properly set up here. I feel like
Yeah, but I assume they have like at least like a few watchtowers or like multiple like lookouts.
it's not.
Yeah.
They didn't have time to set up that much of a. Again, the perimeter is not that secure. Mac.
Oh, it's not that secure?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's-
it's a 1 kilometer radius. It's very hard to cover it all. This was
then that
clearly
gets
built
busy.
like in a hurry, and they dedicated
Okay,
more
that
time
gets-
to the research facility than the fact
Security.
that it's isolated and hidden.
And
They
in the
can-
allied country, I assume, so they
Yeah.
kind of hope that nobody will get it free for. Okay, in that case, new plan. In that case, okay, I thought they had fucking multiple watchtowers with overlooks.
No.
And what's like the permanent presence least visible from the outside, from like the scout reports?
It's usually at least like 3 to 4 man patrols. But yeah, no, the CCTVs would have been invented in the 40s, so they definitely have. They could have them
Gotcha.
inside, it's likely, but on the outside, probably not.
In that case, can Roy lead help lead these breakthroughs once?
So you all have to roll stealth.
Yeah, well, I'll have to roll it. Okay, I'm fine with going in stealth. If you guys are cool with that, making some rolls.
Yep, sounds good.
Do we change the difficulty or keep it as it is? Just want to make
One
sure
crit.
before I roll. Okay, 1 crit.
Oh my fucking god, I hate this. I fucking hate this. What the fuck is
I have
this?
a-
What the fuck? It is your free reroll, but it's kind of fucked because the other two fucked up.
No, I don't think I
Okay.
have any free rerolls.
Yeah.
Only regular rerolls.
Listen, you can always
Wait, what?
reroll. Can
Hate maybe can, but I can't. I have 1 dice. I mean, it's like 2 6s, so it's like it's possible, but
I will reroll, brothers.
I have a reroll too. I like
Yeah,
that.
higher success.
oh my god.
Let's
Actually,
go.
Okay, mate,
Right.
listen. I have two choices. It's either 3 or 6, baby.
Grunt, could I, because I got a higher success than what was needed, could I give one of my extra successes to Mac to help him
Yeah.
out?
No.
Okay, thank fuck.
As yeah, you begin sneaking in. Mac already doom spiraling, not even like 10 minutes into the session.
Listen, I was just thinking.
One bad
something.
roll. He's becoming thick. Can't believe this. But yeah, as you kind of make your way, dodge one patrol, use the crevices in the land and the rocks, move silently. As well, Brandon, you almost expose yourself before Roy catches you and like pulls you down, nearly dodging another patrol. Pretty much ensuring that you're not noticed.
He gives you a wink.
I think that's why he was so mad. Like, ah, god damn it. He has to admit now you're better than him.
He does. He does.
As eventually you do manage to quietly and safely reach the outside of the facility that the people have built. As well, Faith, it is an electronic lock.
Neato.
Gonna need you to give me that fix roll.
I think I have some of this. What the hell is my thing? I had it saved, but I don't think I properly did it. Oh, thank you. Okay, I get repeat 1 roll of any kind. So
Costs you 1
I get-
adrenaline.
oh, gotcha.
You have 1 to start off with.
I think I need a. I feel like I need a higher success for this one. Is that alright to assume, Grunt?
You
So-
need. Problem is, you need at least a full success to succeed.
Okay,
Lower
gotcha.
success
I will
means
do.
you have 1 less than you need. Higher success means you have 1 more than you have needed.
Okay, I will take that mastermind then and use my get that adrenaline.
Well, you can just reroll normally first.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second.
Now you can use the mastermind if you want to just.
Okay. Should I just do the close reroll, or just reroll in general, just by hitting it again, basically on my
hit
own?
it again.
Okay. Oh, damn. I got still a lower success, sadly.
You can still reroll if you want.
Gotcha.
See, there.
You know this is my thing.
Yeah, as you You see her fiddle with the lock, trying to like as it crack open the case and starts like twiddling with the wires. And as you're like starting to see one of the patrols start to come around as the flashlights in the distance come dangerously close, you hear the door just unseal itself as the wires connect. And you're able to quickly move inside and close it behind you, where you are spotted. As you find yourselves now in this long, narrow hallway that leads onto other further rooms.
I give her a thumbs up as I go in.
It's a bit of a nod as she gets inside. Not too sure if there's any noise we hear or any person we notice.
So at this point, I feel like, listen, at this point, I'll give you 1 extra adrenaline, everyone.
Okay.
You are, the danger is increasing right now.
How do I increase adrenaline?
Double click
I have
on
no
it.
idea.
Okay. Right, I
Right.
forgot. I can't make it simple.
Jesus. Okay. Huh.
Listen, hey, I think this is way better than the household.
Fair enough.
And unlike that one, it's not actually.
At least the rows are like consistent, like the row menu.
Yeah. What you do as you have a few doors to the left and the right, and then like one big set of doors at the end of the hallway.
You know, it might work if we could find some like a not exact. What's the word I'm looking for? Not a supply closet, but like a arms.
What?
Like an arms closet, a place where we could like find outfits that we could like put on, so that we're not immediately like, holy shit, Americans, you know.
They probably
we-
wouldn't keep the soldiers' fucking barracks in the research center.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe like lab coats, maybe.
Any signs at all at the big door, like any warning signs, like yellow, even if I cannot read Russians, or just the big door?
You're looking for yellow signs?
Yeah, like
No,
it's like a warning sign, like do not open, basically, or anything like that, basically. And you like
No, like-
stripe.
Yeah, like how some doors have like
You think this
like is
was
there any
built up
indication?
to quote? No.
Okay, just nothing. Okay, good.
It's quite bare bones now. Clearly made in a rush.
Is there any noise? I know especially with the doors being probably covered, but is there any noise or anything we hear at all at this moment in time?
No, it's quite quiet. You are in the middle of the night, so probably most of the researchers wouldn't be up.
Well, let's take a look around. She will presumably try to, if she can see any of the doors are open, or at least
Yeah, no.
be stealthily trying to
they're
check
like
if that's possible.
they're not locked. You can sort of step inside and you see the first room. There's a bunch of sort of documents. There's like an old fucking computer. You think this may have been like a big storage area for data, both physical and digital.
I don't think Faith has time to look through this at the pace she would prefer. Is it alright if she just randomly grabs some documents? There's no guarantee it's going to be useful, but she wants to at least attempt that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of documents to grab here. Many cabinets worth of things. While
Would it be
she's
possible
doing
for
that,
to? No, you're good. I was going to ask if it's possible to go to the computer, but I'll hold off on that first.
yeah, I mean, you can fire it up. I mean, it looks like it's like good, like turned on. It's just that it has a password.
Gotcha.
Probably fiddle with it. See if there's any like way to bypass it.
She will try and do that while in the meantime, if that's possible, of course.
Yeah, no roll.
Where are you?
Maybe there's a way you can guess things here. Yeah, well, while she does that, what are the other two doing?
Can I try and listen into the hallway to see if I can like hear anyone walking past? I'm gonna be listening for just someone walking alone and not in like a marching like lockstep, maybe like a casual like walk. I'm essentially trying to figure out.
Where are you going? Door? There's a lot of doors.
I'll be like at the door.
There's a lot of doors.
I thought we went into it.
Did you all go into the room with her then?
I thought we did, but I guess we can.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
It would only work if we all went into the same room. So I guess actually, if Mac wants to go into a different room, I'd probably go with him because I would want him to help me jump this guy.
Brand was looking out in case anybody walks by or something here. Mostly looking around. Is there anyone even here?
Don't hear any noise.
In that case, you would still go to check the route basically for anything that's inside of them.
You go check other doors then, or
yeah, Brandon, if you go into the other room on the other side, larger hallway, you open it. Looks like a chemistry lab, or there's a bunch of substances being labeled. Also, like they clearly collect samples from the area as well.
Yeah, we can destroy that later, not now. Not to fuck with chemicals now. That's a bad idea.
You know, I guess I'll just, since we're all just checking different rooms, then I guess I'll check a different room. One down, I guess.
Yeah. As step into the third, as this one seems to be more of a lounge area. It's like a couch, some snacks, some drinks in a corner. As Faith, you look around the room as luckily, listen, these people are not someone was careless and well, find scribbled on one of the notes nearby a bunch of codes. That try one of them, you realize one of them is actually the password needed to log in the mainframe. And as you access it, there's a lot of fucking things.
Anything pertaining? She's gonna look for words. Anything pertaining to the site or what they found?
That's all there is about. They wouldn't.
I guess she'll start with the most recent entry and go from that, if that's all right.
Yeah, the most recent entry apparently it contains a log of samples collected. It contains sort of it appears that they are doing some yeah, it looks like they are radiocarbon dating some a lot of the stones in the area. That seems to be what the latest entry seems to cover.
I think she'll go back probably like a few more days, probably like 1 or 2 more days to see if anything of interest outside of just the regular old collecting and sample work. Anything pertaining to the weirdness of the area itself, not the area, but the thing that transpired here, like anything weird in that regard, or was just a change in the environment, basically.
Well, you'll have to sift through some data, but it seems that the the reason why this thing sparked on their maps is that there seems to be almost their hypothesis seems to be that there is a reverse time flow. So everything that's left in certain areas around the site, not everywhere is the same, has the same rate of de-aging. But there are spots where they can they manage to de-age certain like fucking rocks with like thousands and like tens of thousands of years in like hours.
Gotcha.
They seem to be bringing old like sediment, leaving them in certain places, and then like dating them again, and just being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, gotcha. And I presume there's no way she can save this data onto like a floppy disk that's laying around, nothing like that. But so if that's not the case, then more likely she would have to destroy this to make sure they can't cause as much damage to this place as possible, right?
Gonna say, listen, they have like floppy disks, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's the folder though called Human Experiment.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I love Mother Russia.
Do
Gonna-
you think
gonna-
they tried this only on rocks? They
Soyuz, Hiroshima.
they did try this on humans, and yeah, someone basically they brought in a local, an old man. He's not old anymore.
Is
He's
this
dead?
old man still alive?
They don't list anything regarding personal information about him. Just that he was one of the locals that was around 70, and now he is like in his late 40s.
Comedic,
Chance-
Brandon comes. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
comedic, Brandon comes in. And you found anything out about the anomaly, or can we just open the doors and just start breaking things? Especially the big one.
Old, it seems it's some type of distortion in time, apparently. Time flow, I'm not really too sure the full details here. Ages this place at different rates. And apparently they've been checking out the area, testing samples, human experimentation included. Which makes this very dangerous, not just for us, but if we're not careful, we can cause problems.
Oh, lovely.
Well, at the very least, we gotta figure out a way how to properly bring this thing down on its head, right?
I mean, idea of just breaking stuff. Unless you. I'll be one first ones that we can start breaking the weirdest here, but I seen something more interesting behind that big locked door.
More than likely.
If one, you can also go into the other room. There's like chemistry stuff. I
There is
didn't.
no locked door.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a big door.
There is the big
the
door.
big door.
Don't.
Yeah.
Why would you assume it's locked? Have you even tried?
Oh.
It?
Oh no, it did.
Just leads further into the facility.
Ah, sorry. Oh my god, I imagined like a big fucking.
No.
Well, at the very least, we probably might find more. I'm not too sure what happened with their human experiment, whether they're alive or dead, or maybe they're here somewhere being used again. So, I say onward now.
Onward then. Let's get Roy.
Where's Roy? Ah,
I'll check the other rooms.
See, what is Roy doing?
I would have had a quick glance around the lounge area to see if there's anything useful, but if there wasn't, I was gonna move on.
Depends what you want by use.
Something that can either give me information about this place, or might be able to help me disguise myself as not supposed to be here.
No.
Okay, then yeah, moving on.
Yeah, as the fourth room does just seem to be a janitor's closet, mostly. Of cleaning supplies, that sort of thing. Yeah, and there's
Those
a
very
convenient data pad, like they're just telling you everything. That's crazy.
Mass Effect style. Mass Effect style.
This lore pad from Doctor Evil.
But yeah, as you push open the bigger doors, it does sort of because this is a bigger building, so there are multiple areas to explore. Question is, do you take the left path or the right path?
I'm fine with going left at the very least. Or
Mhm.
we could split up as well.
So
Cover
then
more
let's go.
ground.
I don't think there's security here, but let's go. Let's go. I'll go left first and see what's if anything's in here.
Do you all go left then?
Until I find some type of disguise, I'm gonna have to go with them because I'm useless without it.
And, you can all give me an awareness.
Awareness.
Everybody or
My worst crime
Yeah, everyone.
stat.
Mm.
Critical. I got it.
Yeah, Roy, as is heading down left, you do spot a small camera that's been like sort of covered up in the wall slightly, but you manage to sort of see the light beeping at it. If he walks too far, he will be
Yeah, I'll pull.
spotted. But
Yeah, I'll pull him back and point at the camera.
good spot.
Ah, that's a good. Looks like you're useful after all, Roy.
Of course I am.
So, do we want to try to go right or break the camera and get out, go further?
let's
I
say,
assume
Roy, if you
right?
look right, there's also a camera that like. This seems like
Look,
the part of the
is there-
facility that starts to be surveilled properly.
Yeah, and I assume like we can't get under the camera by sliding against the wall, right?
No. You can try, but because you don't know how well the angle on it.
Yeah.
We could just go right to see that might have more better.
There's a camera there too.
Well,
I'm saying go back and take the right path. Or the camera's in the right path as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh. So.
And I checked all the rooms, and there was no, there were no like supply closets with like disguises. So no matter what, we'd it's not the budget.
Yeah. Well, say. Well, either security room is somewhere outside or deep into the facility, and I think I'm a bit too big to sneak past through the dead angle.
We might have to take out. It's like our best option then is probably to take out the camera. Hopefully they'll think it's a malfunction, and instead of immediately raising the alarm, they'll just send someone out to check it.
At that point, we will be on a timer.
It's better
I don't
than
see any-
instantly being noticed.
True. No, then yeah. Well, not like we seem to have any other options then.
How do you plan on taking out the camera?
Well, we do have our big strong guy here, and there was like a supply closet with like stuff in it, you know. So if or like we go, there's like a lounge. There's probably like an ashtray in the lounge.
Yeah.
Probably have like our best option is probably to go and get like something from there. Just have him throw it.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'll take a fucking box or something. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a shoe.
Go on, Mac.
God damn, at least but I do have I'll reload it. I mean, sword dice, I'll probably get one.
There we go.
You did it.
Yes.
As you like manage to find probably like not an ashtray, but like probably you find like a hammer in the janitor's department, like part of the entire
Yeah, like a wrench or something.
toolkit. Yeah, as you like fling it with precision, as you crack the lens of the camera, as it like you can hear like the glass shatter and a bit of smoke come out. It's definitely broken now.
I'll take the toolbox with me in case we have more cameras then.
Sure.
We'll just be sure to like pick it up off the ground.
Yeah.
The hammer.
Just for, are you going towards the left or the right? What one was it?
Left.
would-
Is
Okay, left.
Let's do this, yeah.
So you push past the doors now, as whoever is watching the security cameras probably is gonna either
Yeah, we're on the clock now.
send someone to investigate. As you push, this hallway leads. Well, looks like sort of a small clinic. As there's a body right there being like covered. You can see the legs sticking out. There's also a rather unpleasant smell of chemicals in the room.
I'll quickly look
Is
it up.
there-
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Yet
sorry.
again, I will ask if there is any spare like uniforms, just like in like closets.
They wouldn't leave random uniforms here.
Okay.
Is there any like a chart that has any information or anything that
Yes.
indicates who this person
Yeah,
was?
so if you approach the body and like take the tarp off and look at the records nearby, this is, you can assume this is the local, as he is definitely not a Russian. As yeah, he looks like a man in his mid-40s, and there's a bunch of pictures of before and after. There's also a lot of personal details like name and his family nearby. Seemingly he was paid to come here, and well, they most likely didn't tell him the full extent of the job. And they seem to have killed him so they can properly dissect him and study his anatomy more in depth.
Was there, I assume by the quick study they had that it was his full body, everything in his body was basically back to the age of 40.
Yeah,
Or
in
was it
fact,
like-
it appears that some of the suffered from certain chronic diseases that also seem to have been reverted.
Well, at least now I know what happens to the local. She kind of like puts the tarp back over him, you know.
Well, as tragic as this, we need to move on quickly. I don't think there's anything too useful to break here. Nothing too interesting.
Well, I mean, this lab also has certain medical records clearly from the examinations. It's like they did like a full-on fucking investigation on him. So they probably took samples, ran tests. They have like before and after reports. It's all there. File cabinets.
How much of my book bag will that fill if I take some of those, Grunt? That's the real
No,
question.
you can't. There's only
Sad
so
face.
much you can. You've already stuffed your bags with like files from the other place.
Gotcha. She'll at least take his name and information. That's possible.
The pictures, at least, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, then we're moving on to the right path, I suppose. I don't think there's much worth in like color destroying the papers.
Yeah. As you step back into the hallway, you just hear the large doors opening and closing as you think someone is here to investigate. As you hear footsteps coming down the hallway.
How many?
By the sounds of it, one.
Nice. I will signal our big guy to once he gets. Are we like around the corner
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Like wait by the corner and then like once he gets close to jump him.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. Brandon's gonna gets his knife ready.
Yeah, fight roll.
Oh, reroll that.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. As he like rounds the corner, you immediately like jump him. As you plant the knife in his neck, as you cover his mouth before he like can scream, struggle too much. As he gargles with blood as it gushes out, collapsing against the floor, against the wall.
All right, off to the next room.
Run. What did this guy look like? He
is one of the soldiers.
Mechanic or?
Nah, he was one of the soldiers.
All right. I am going to actually try and put on his outfit then.
There's a lot of blood on his body, I think. I'm not sure
There
if
is
it got
blood,
his clothes or not.
But
Okay.
listen. There's definitely some blood, but it's night out. Not the easiest thing to see.
Well,
Should
Roy
we,
changes, Brand. We'll
I was gonna say
continue on.
it will
and
take
with
you
him.
some time to disrobe this man and equip it yourself. So that's up to you.
Oh, Roy's changing.
I will. You know, I'll wait back here while they move on. Then while I do that.
Okay. As you know what, Brandon, give me another shoot roll for the second camera. There you go. Yeah, Roy stays behind, starts undressing the man, don his gear. And yeah, Brandon, you managed to disable the second camera, as this more likely will. This combined with the failing report of the
5
first
minutes.
one.
Yeah. We're on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Roy will just
step to the second round of doors. As well, there's a weird. The room, as you step through it, you feel like the humidity in the air, as this seems to be like a small, it's like a puddle of water. There's like a lot of greenery that has grown around it, and it seems like the large room has been built around this puddle, but you can see like the clear water.
Is there any equipment or anything around here? It's just this room
there's a
being
lot
closed
of
off?
there's a lot of recording equipment for different metrics, from humidity to pressure. There are like they've set up recording cameras as well to keep monitoring this. You check one of the nearby sort of tablets has like the most recent entries. You can see that well, this seems to have appeared once with the rift and seems to be a sort of secondary effect of it.
Any other doors, or this is like the final part? Or?
No, this is like a larger, but no, that this is.
Well, Brand, we'll look at Faith. Right? I'm not sure if you can clear this thing out in 5 minutes with your research. I don't. Unless you, it can be very quick in 2 minutes. I think I'll start smashing things up.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much she can even grab within that time span, Grant, or it's too the timetable's too sure. Yeah.
A couple of minutes, no. If
Yeah.
they distract them
just
for
making-
like an hour, you can probably gain all the useful in minutes, no.
No, I got you then. She'll try to basically the small amount of records there. That's probably it, but she wouldn't get in Roy's not Roy, but Brandon's way of smashed as much as possible, basically.
As meanwhile, Roy, outside you are putting the uniform as the radio beeps as they are asking what the fuck's wrong. Second camera went out in Russian.
Luckily, we went over this, and I am pretty good at Russian.
Yeah. So why don't you
Yeah.
Товарищ,
speech roll?
почему ты не отвечаешь?
Like, stop flexing over there.
Отвечай.
So, I assume rerolls can't stack, right?
What?
Because Master of Disguise is to disguise myself, and Silver of Tongue is to lie to people.
Rerolls don't stack.
Rerolls don't
A normal
stack.
reroll has the chance also if you fuck it up to make the roll worse. No, just do either free or normal reroll.
Yeah,
You should always do the free reroll.
Rerolls don't stack.
So this would be speech, I assume? Free reroll. 2 successes.
Well, you can risk going all in, or like leave it at a partial success.
It's 2 dice. It's not the worst start for an all-in.
Up to you.
You know, let me crunch some numbers here.
Put it at the
2
table.
dice, each has a 1 in 3 chance. 66 times 0.66 times 0.66. Pull up my calculator.
Meanwhile,
Listen,
while he's doing that,
It is
Brandon, how do you play? What do you mean by smashing?
I'm not sure if there's any sensitive equipment that
There is,
fucking
but-
computers.
Yeah, no, the computers you can definitely smash. But may I suggest you start a fire or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ass. This calls like environment
yeah, you-
construction damage.
You have
Yeah.
cleaning supplies.
Yeah, I thought.
Might be able to. Or you could also like look in the chemistry lab for some.
Yeah, I did think about that. Yeah.
I will do the chemistry lab if that's she'll let Brandon know that she can do the chemistry lab if
I'll
Cause much
smash
damage.
quickly what I can and then prepare a fire for the heavier stuff that is unable to be smashed with the rifle.
Yeah, you start
do
like
science.
breaking things. As yeah, Roy. Let's see. Decision.
all right, I'll poll the audience here. We have a 57% chance of success.
do it.
Do it.
All right, Red said do it. Higher
There
success,
we
baby. Let's
go.
go.
Yeah. As you pick up
So, yeah, sorry, go on.
as you pick up the radio and you what do you tell this confused security operator?
I have an idea, Grunt. He's just going to say, I'm not exactly sure. I went and investigated the first one, and it seemed that the camera almost looked like it was disassembled, like it had gone back in time to when it wasn't assembled yet. I'm gonna go and check out the other one right now.
Ah, shit! It's spreading. Okay. Get out of there before you get injured. Calling this in.
Understood.
Yeah,
Uh,
you'll see you start hearing fucking noises as Brandon is taking a literal hammer to whatever technical equipment there might be in there. As Faith, you are doubling back around to the chemistry lab to see if you can't make something that will set this place ablaze.
Yeah.
I think a no roll.
Okie dokie.
Damn, an extreme.
Yeah. As yeah,
Neato.
you can definitely combine some of the you have enough here to fucking douse the entire lab and then set it ablaze. As Roy,
once
you begin see. Sorry, go on.
Once the fire starts spreading, she'll let the other two we know we might not want to stay around too long because inhaling chemical fire is never good for the body.
So you won't start the fire and then let them know. You will start spreading the chemicals and inform them because this fire will spread like a motherfucker.
Okay, that's the one I was worried about. Like, I don't want to kill them by accident. Okay, thank you.
You can douse everything first and then set it ablaze.
It's probably at this point Roy walks over as he just says, "Hey, good news! Hey, good news, guys! I think I bought us some time."
All right, let's get started as quickly as possible now after we're done here. To Braden's waiting, we're assisting Faith if possible.
Yeah,
He's done breaking.
you're taking the flammable fuel and dousing all the cabinets, all the files with it. As you're quickly done, they'll radio you again, Roy, asking where are you? Why haven't you like come back?
He'll just say, I'm not sure. It's the hallways are warping. I'm trying to find my way out now. I think I'm getting close."
Why don't you give me a speech check?
Sure thing, Grunt.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god! Holy shit!
That's for basic. Holy Jesus.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He'll just say, "Stay away! Don't come in! Don't get up! Don't come in! You might get trapped!"
He'll say, "Listen, Ivan, I'll tell your family that you died on a mission. Make sure they're treated nice. It was an honor serving with you."
You too.
Yeah. The problem is you might get the feeling that because of this, they are probably watching the facility. So when they notice the flames,
I might break apart.
Yeah.
like,
You know what, Grunt?
they're probably no longer
Can
just
I-
patrolling around. They're probably now all focused on the research facility.
Can I say over the mic? I think some of the chemicals have started mixing and warping. I think it's gonna start a fire.
Okay.
No, sorry, no, I won't. You know what? I won't do that, Grunt. I'm pretty. You're right. Yeah, I think I did good enough, actually. I shouldn't. You know what, Grunt? I realize I haterade.
It's too late
I
now.
haterade. I'm trying to shoot for the stars. I can't. I do this every time. I'll quit while I'm ahead.
Damn, do you need the help there, Hate? It seems like you
No.
want to dig yourself into a grave.
No. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. I'll give you this one for the extreme success. I'll forgive you.
Thanks, Grunt. Thank you, Grunt.
But yeah, again, as you light flames immediately spread, engulfing all the fucking rooms and the hallways, as you will have to burst out the door, and well, you'll be met with gunfire. So this isn't gonna be nice for all of you. I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a stunt roll from everyone.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That
Got
is
my
my
best.
best brawn.
Yeah.
Tell my family I love them.
Oh. Well.
Okay. Well. Faith, take 2. Good.
Too good.
Roy.
Thank you.
Actually, no. What? No, you take 2. Roy takes 3, and
Okay.
Brandon also takes 2. As you all gain 1 more adrenaline, as you burst out, they're like confused for a moment, but they immediately like start shooting as you take cover and you dodge. You sort of have to scramble between the rocks and the crevices in the ground, the ravines, as they are sort of torn between saving the lab and going after you, as they will eventually split. Now, basically you can run away for a. What's your plan now, as you're being probably chased by at least some of them?
How far is it to the outskirts, or to get back to exit out of here? Basically, how far away is that from?
You are 60 kilometers from the nearest settlement, and other than that, it's just wilderness around.
Is there
How close
any?
are we to Alaric, though?
Alaric wouldn't have you revealed his position to you.
Okay.
He's probably at least a kilometer away from you.
All right.
At least,
If-
if not a bit more.
Are there any military vehicles or anything like that around that we noticed at all in any regard?
Try and hijack. That'll be very. Because then you have to like go towards them.
Gotcha. I gotcha. I didn't know if there was any way
Yeah, they
we were
do
running
have
that
their own
direction.
vehicles, but that would be towards the gunfire if you wanna try that approach. So is the plan
Outside,
to
I'm not
just like run for the hills, or are you gonna try and ambush them back, or try to fight back? There's many things you
Yeah.
can do.
Because I don't know if there's any buildings we can take for cover. Or are there any things that we can use to make it easier
The
to hide in?
night and the desert, mountainous terrain. That's the only things you can use. Because the few buildings are sort of rather close together and won't really help you.
Gotcha. And how many guys are chasing us right now? The
Don't
number?
know.
No, don't know. Okay.
Yeah, can I provide some carrying fire or no while walking and running to give the other ones a +1 to their reaction rolls respectively?
Yeah, you can give me a shoot roll.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice a mag for that. Oh, free
Yeah.
reroll that. Oh, so unless it makes no difference.
It's yeah.
Nah, okay.
Because you will sort of provide covering fire as will make at least them be a bit more hesitant when they chase you and have to be a bit more cautious not to catch a stray bullet.
I've removed the magazine grunt, there you go.
So I don't see a way we can basically attack these guys because there's no cover or no way
Well,
to
you
ambush
you
them.
can
Grunt said there
fight-
is cover.
There is cover. It's just that it's not like you don't have buildings nearby. Like you can take,
Gotcha.
Yes.
you can hide behind like larger boulders, or there's the terrain is uneven, so you can find like a small hill.
Okay, that makes it easier. I'm fine with to Faith will probably go out and try to take one of them, or at least try to ambush them to make it easier, if that's possible. Unless
How
we're
are you
using
gonna
other kind
ambush them?
basically, if the cover of the night and find like a way to just not outmaneuver, but trick them to thinking that she hides in stealth for a minute and wait for opportunity to jump them, if that's possible.
Sure, give me a stealth roll.
You do.
Yeah, split apart. You'll have to sort of move away from the other two. As Roy, what are you doing in this?
I think I'm sticking with Brandon, and then when Brandon decides he's found a good spot to fight back in, I will help him out.
Then, as you both sort of take shelter. Yes, you will be fighting these guys.
Brandon will gesture for Roy to retreat towards, because will not. He's trying carrying fire. He's trying to move and fire.
So we do want to retreat, Folding?
Yes.
Okay, so then I guess we stay. Me and Brandon are still running.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not sure how many guys there are.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in the chaos right now.
A lot more than us.
Yeah,
It's
at
too
least
bad.
4, maybe more.
Yeah, Brandon we're not saying in fighting. We're doing fighting retreat.
So yeah, you can. So I need both of you to give me a stunt roll, and I'll say this, Roy, you do get a +1 because of Brandon's cover fire.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
Holy shit, this is not your session, man.
Yeah, rolls are pretty ass today.
Success!
Hey, listen, Roy got away.
couldn't have done it without you, Mac.
Say that over his body.
There's nothing to reroll free stunned. I have
I'm
endure
looking
grunt.
at them. That can do.
Mm.
Calm the fuck down.
I'm out of
There you
coffee.
go. Oh, fucking no. Just put it there for now. As unfortunately, Brandon, on the way out, you do catch a couple of stray bullets that just kind of pierce your shoulder and your leg. It hurts like a bitch. Well, Roy, you do manage to run away into the night. Well, Brandon, they are still aware of your position, but because of the fire, the shooting back, they're not as eager to risk catching strays as you are. But Faith, what are you doing? You've successfully broken away from the other two, and they seem to be focused on the guy shooting them with the rifle.
Okay, gotcha. At the very least, then, instead of trying to do that, seeing as the other two have either left or made it,
Yeah,
or
you can
hopefully
just
made it
sneak
out.
away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. As you even just you don't even roll. You just now, Brandon is in a bit of trouble.
Ooh, yeah. I was wondering, is there a way to help him in any way, like either to give him time to get
Yeah,
out of
shoot
there,
them.
or? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that then, Grunt. I'm gonna try to get Brandon to get out of here.
Yeah, give me a shoot roll.
I'm gonna use one of my adrenalines to give myself a +1. Is that all right? Okay. Oh. Yes.
Still a partial success, so as you do reveal your location as well, but shooting them, Brandon, you can give me another.
I would like to sacrifice a magazine to go full auto and add a +1.
You're gonna stay and fight.
I'm sorry. I'm sure it will make a difference running away. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You can't shoot and run away.
Oh. In that case, yeah, we'll just retreat basically.
Yeah, give me a stunt roll, and you have a +1 for her helping you.
I'll sacrifice an adrenaline. Let me remove one.
Now, I think Hurt would give you a -1. I'm not sure if
That'll balance it out. We'll just basically I have only a +1.
Yeah, Hurt gives a -1 to brawn rolls, though. I'm not sure if that's gonna
Yeah, stunt
help you or
is
make
brawn.
it worse.
Yeah. No, I've already considered that basically. So total is a +1 bonus.
Yeah.
So if I spend an adrenaline, basically cancel that out.
You can always just spend the spotlight to have that as well.
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Or like
Keep.
the Cthulhu Descent. Up to you.
I'll see. Because for now I have a 5 die. It's not the worst odds. I'll re-roll that.
There you go. As with her providing distracting them a bit from you, they will sort of let you be able to run away into the night, as both you and Roy will split in different directions, making you harder to chase. But unfortunately, Fate, they are now chasing after you.
Yeah. Okay. I need to get the hell out of here. Grunt. I don't know if there's a way that she has to make a full-on run for it, or she can stealth and make a run for
There's
it.
no
but
way you can stealth now that you shot at them.
yeah. Do I have ability to use a spotlight? I don't think I do actually. Okay.
Well, you do have. You can just use a spotlight.
You start with a spotlight.
I would like to use a spotlight, Grunt. I would like to use a spotlight, please.
Yeah. As be sure to mark that off your sheet. As
Yes.
yeah, you'll break into a sprint, completely opposite in the directions that the other two are running. But as you manage to, adrenaline kicks in, and you've never run so fast in your life before. You manage to outpace these people, even in the darkness of night. As the gunshots coming from their guns are a distant memory. Yeah, the entire
Is it a
research
voice?
facility is burning.
Neato.
There's no way they can stop that fire. As yeah, I'm gonna need now, given the situation, I'm gonna need a survival roll from all of you to manage to reorient yourselves in the mountains at night, to regroup back towards your base camp.
I'll spend adrenaline. Thank you very much.
How does
God.
that work, Mac? Explain to me.
You just
God.
you get a +1 for if you spend adrenaline.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I spend 2 adrenaline?
No,
Okay, just
It's
one.
only
All
one.
right.
Yeah, it's only one per roll.
Oh, whoops.
listen, Red. You have another adrenaline. You can re-roll the mastermind.
I was gonna ask, cause can I use my feats only once per session though?
Two
No.
No,
successes.
no, you
So-
can use Mary.
So here's the thing. This is not household.
Okay.
So
Okay.
feats, you can use them whenever they call for it, because it's the passive ones, right? The ones with the little lightning bolt means they consume 1 adrenaline.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, thank you. I was actually gonna ask. I don't know if this would pertain to a high culture to recall the area or the geography of the place to help me
Yeah,
maneuver.
and you can free re-roll that one.
Yeah. God damn it!
You can still spend adrenaline on the mega reroll.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I will use my use my mastermind. You said use my adrenaline, right? God damn, where is it?
Roll again. You can still free roll.
This next time, one more time.
Well, listen. I'll say this. Luckily for you, Roy, Brandon is somewhat nearby, so you get yourself lost, but Brandon will eventually sort of find you. As you can see, his slightly limping.
Thank God.
As he'll be able to guide you back to base camp. As Faith, if you are lost in them, as you glance around, you realize your rather desperation to get away. You did get away, but not really sure where you are at now.
God damn it! That's me, not Faith. She's a bit calmer about this. Well, Grunt. She's gonna try to make her not waste too much energy and try to stay still and quiet. Not still and quiet, but stay quiet and not make too much noise.
You see, you sort of maybe sit there in silence in the darkness of night, trying to think of what would be the next best move. Well, why don't you give me an awareness?
I swear to God, if you fail me, oh thank God. Maybe.
You hear a couple of pebbles as they sort of tumble down from a bit up above.
Oh,
As
she
you
glances
glance up,
Right.
the faint ambient light gets reflected. A pair of animal eyes. Hard to tell the silhouette. Looks big. Quite big.
Yet, she will slowly get up, grunt, and try not to run or make it look like make herself look like prey. She's gonna try to basically get out of sight or back away slowly, trying to lose sight of this creature, seeing if it's following her or stalking her at all.
It's clearly watching you. Can give me a cool roll.
Oh, fine. You know I don't got that. I have a thing called Outsmart Grunt, what I can use no instead of the required skill. Can I use that?
Yes, actually.
He's playing chess against the animal.
The animal wins. The lion wins.
Yeah, just soothe
Yeah,
the quiet
so-
beast.
You're pretty sure that, like, as you kind of watch it, as it and watches you back, realize this is not the wild animal. At least it doesn't look like a wild animal. It looks like a large fucking dog.
Oh,
As it almost
Ah.
like turns around and then like walks a bit further up the mountain and then like stops looking back after you.
Mara glances back before looking at the creature before sighing. Well, it's either that or death. She starts cautiously following it, basically, having no other options right now.
Yeah. As
Like-
you follow the large hound. As you get a bit further up the side of the mountain, get a better look at the large animal. It does seem to be leading you in a certain direction.
Well, you got any, is this what you do on weekends, or is she just making small talk, mostly to fill the silence, probably, quietly? Yeah, I'm not sure the dog has a collar or any indication at all.
No. It does every now and then glance back at you to make sure you keep up with it.
She's gonna remind herself she can't pet the dog. He may get mad at her, so she's gonna follow.
As as it leads you through the valley, the local mountains. Eventually you'll reach a high point as you see Alaric sort of packing up. He has like was like in a lookout post, as he like slings back a sniper rifle and then looks at you. Almost lost yourself out there.
Embarrassed entirely, of course, but I'm alive, and thanks to your, I assume, your friend. Can I pet the dog?
He doesn't really like that.
Well, I'll award you in some other way. I said thanks.
Come on, let's rendezvous with the others. As the dog just
He
kind of
follows.
wanders off.
Its name. Who are you? Tell me.
Can I ask him that?
Yeah. Actually, yes. Is it would be considered too much out of protocol to ask the dog's name, or
Hunter.
Hunter? Well, he's a wonderful dog, and I owe him my life, probably. Or a very
Yeah.
uncomfortable few hours.
It was part of the mission, just as much as you are.
A valuable member.
You wander for a bit before you roundabout, and 2 hours you all reunite back at the base camp as in the distance the cracks of dawn begin to illuminate the surrounding nature. Zalaric sort of looked at all of you and said, okay. I saw the fire. What happened?
Well, we went in as the plan suggested, found as much information as we could, and destroyed the facility immediately. Apparently, it was a time anomaly. They had a
Did you
chemical
kill the-
lab.
Did
We
you
need
kill
to.
the scientists, the researchers?
Sadly, no.
Well, I will take off of whatever information you managed to at least recover.
Yeah, she'll hand it over to him.
Put it in the back of the car. I'll give you a lift to the city, and then you can off on your own.
Presumably so. She get in the car.
As he looks at your leg. Any of you, he looks at all of you. Says, any of you know how to apply first aid?
Can, at the very least.
Help him out. See what. He'll kind of hand you a very basic medkit. Give you a
Yeah, I
plus
assume
one.
it was Okay, it was Brandon who was hurt, right?
Yes.
Got it. Good to see that you're still alive, Brandon. Got a little worried back there. As she will apply.
Ah, not the.
There we
Holy
go.
fucking shit! What a crazy critical. Perhaps everyone would chuckle. Yeah. Ah, not the worst. Not the worst. I was outnumbered.
At the very least, it's only right that I pay you back for saving our lives.
Honestly, you should have ran back there. Used your pistol at. I'm surprised you managed to get away from the soldiers.
I was a
Okay,
crack
also
kid, so running is what I do best.
That's a pretty dumb. That was a pretty dumb fucking idea, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Sometimes dumb ideas actually work. No scratch on you, Roy?
Just a little nick here.
I think you'll survive then. Hopefully our employers won't be too disappointed with our progress.
Ulrich shrugs and says, "Ah. Could be worse, could be better."
A C- if I haven't heard anything better.
He like
Hopefully.
he'll get in the car and he starts driving. He will ask for like certain like a brief rundown of events, and I assume you won't like bullshit him.
No, there's no
No.
reason to.
After listening in on the whole thing, he'll look at you, Roy, and be like, "Now, tell me what possessed you. Sleep with the Russian before the mission."
What?
Your friend here,
It might have.
your friend here
Sorry, go on.
decided to, well, engage in some quite dangerous foreplay.
Was that the girlfriend Brandon was telling me about? Oh, sorry, the not girlfriend?
All right. Well, I didn't know she was a Russian spy.
He's not. It's even worse.
Oh
Has
God, what is she?
connections with way more powerful people. Did you not notice the escorts that were all around you at the same time?
I thought she was like an actress or something.
I think he was just thinking with the one brain at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. What possessed me? She was hot. I was there.
My gosh. Okay.
Brand
How much-
fucking extra shakes his head.
How much trouble is that going to cause us?
You? Probably not. Him?
Yeah, it's more of the.
If I were you, Roy, I would hide somewhere where the sun don't shine for at least 10 years. They might forget about you.
Shh. That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Well, in lieu of payment for my excellent service in this mission, perhaps you could help me hide out.
I have to go and kill about 2 dozen or so researchers. So, no, actually. It wasn't an excellent job. And I'm not the one paying you. In fact, I have to do more work now. Your payment is the fact that I told you, and then just let you be gunned down at the nearest airport.
I guess it's appreciated.
My suggestion: get someone to smuggle you across the Gulf, either into Yemen. It's further up north. Don't even go back to. They might have people here waiting for you already.
Yeah, I think she is actually, Grunt. Would it be too presumptuous to ask if you need some assistance? Apparently, since our job was so poor, I would hate to go back with a bad review.
If you're offering, I won't say no, but I can't pay you extra.
Job's not done, right?
Technically,
Hate
for
to leave
you
it like
is.
this.
Take
Not
the
like
money
this.
and leave.
Call it a professional courtesy. I'd rather not leave with such a mess behind. So no, if you're okay with that, I'm happy to help.
He nods. Looks at the two of you, said, guess I'll be dropping just the two of you.
I'd love to. I'm not sure what help an infiltrator could be, but if you see any use for me, I wouldn't mind helping out.
I don't know, are you gonna think with your dick again?
Not on the
Probably.
job.
Looks like you'll be driving alone, Brandon, back home.
Transsexual thinking that, yeah. Listen, I'm not one to leave a job half done.
Gonna like stop the car. Okay, I guess then you're all doing charity work.
I believe in making friends.
I'm not leaving like this.
Our
Brandon's right.
reputation of Langley, I think, is not entirely charity.
SCA won't give a shit about.
If you need a better reason, maybe it's a chance for me to find more information about that research. My curiosity is piqued.
You into rifts? Like swerves the car and like turns it around.
Yes. I don't see why anyone wouldn't be. Not a lot of ways to get your hands on that type of research.
And here's the plan. Brandon, you can shoot, right?
No, no.
It's a 50 cal sniper rifle in the back. Gonna drive up to a good vantage point. Gonna sit there. I'm gonna be down on the ground boots. First, you're gonna be my cover fire up above. Roy, you still have the uniform, so once the chaos starts, you'll move in the research facility. Then to be one of the soldiers, execute all the researchers.
Done and dusted.
Well, I will need. He looks at you. Are pretty.
Yes.
And, well, for you, Faith, I'm gonna need you. Oh, go and sabotage all their vehicles properly, Jesus.
She gives a salute.
You can probably hotwire an explosion or hangar, garage.
I thought you would never ask. Absolutely.
As yeah, you'll drive back as you'll still be away from the base, as you'll stay. Catch some sleep during the day and strike at them as the sun sets. I think they'll be able to evacuate everything in a few hours. He's just gonna roll a sleeping bag and go to sleep.
Yeah, at the very least, face the rest up too, as much as one can. Do we even have sleeping bags? So he's gonna sleep on the floor, the cold, hard floor and
Listen,
ground.
you'll probably give you some tarps and bring camping gear.
Listen, we weren't fully prepared for this job. Sorry.
You can all clear your grit, put your adrenaline down to 1.
Luckily, I already used up mine.
As yeah, get some rest. Those bandages will like switched and clean, but mostly easy for Faith. As once you get up, you'll be handed the weapon, Brandon. It's a beef fucking rifle.
Yeah, it's 50 cal. It's a 50 cal.
He kind of gets off the car. You can already see the massive fucking hound is waiting for you there. Look at you, Brandon, and say, "Hunter's gonna guide you to the vantage point." Roy, Faith, you're with me.
Aye, aye.
Good luck, Brandon.
I'll be safe up there. I think so. It's up to you. You're in the hot zone.
And if anyone comes close, he'll take care of it. It's just sort of the dog. Fucking 70-kilo dog.
You fucking fucking timber wolves right there. Like them dire wolf.
As yeah, it will lead you to a very high point that provides a very good oversight of the base and also has decent cover nearby, so you're not immediately spotted, as it will watch you for a bit before leaving. As the rest of you, I need Roy and Faith to give help roll.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hmm.
2 successes.
Worst case scenario, you fail and Brandon starts shooting.
Would it be possible to use my smart feat for this grunt, or no?
I don't think you can outsmart your way.
You couldn't outsmart a dog. You can't outsmart humans.
Listen, don't make fun of me. I'm sensitive.
Okay, then maybe I should re-roll now. I think now's a good time to re-roll.
Listen, partial successes are still better than 0. I'll remind you.
True.
Don't I only go down to 1 success? Don't I lose 1 success?
You lose only 1 success. I'm just saying that as a general.
It is. You know what? I think I've gotten lucky enough, actually, this game. You're right.
As yeah, listen, it's there's much more light now, so it's a much harder to sneak by. As immediately you'll hear the fucking uh. That's true. You would get the +2 to your rolls.
Yeah, it's because it's definitely
Yeah.
it's a bit of difference. It's plus
It does.
one.
It does have the bone. As yeah, you immediately fucking hear shouting as Alaric's gonna radio you, and Brandon's like, "Well, we've been spotted. Shoot now."
Yeah, I'll open fire with all my modifiers.
Blast them away. Maybe you'll get some extra successes for.
Yeah, I'll just shoot. +2 bonus.
I spend the adrenaline for a +3.
Yeah, I could spend it for a +3. Definitely, I will. Grant, now I have a question. I don't want to spec because it's already it's a pretty OP roll, but that thing does have accurate. Now I think accurate is supposed to be for mid combat, but is it? Can I say that I've aimed beforehand to get a +1 from accurate, or no, Grant? Yeah, because it's supposed to be for like mid combat. Just basically skip an action turn to like get the +1 for the next one.
Sure, why not?
In that case, I'll keep the adrenaline for later.
Remember, you would need to spend two successes for Faith and 1 success for Roy.
That's true. I might have spent the adrenaline just to be sure. Be extra sure. Listen, I might get another legendary dice of like
Yeah, 'cause
Gustav.
if you get like an extreme, that will be enough to help them as well.
Yeah. Listen, maybe I'll get a Gustav roll. I feel like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah. A 4 and bonus die. And I'll free reroll that to get maybe even more.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, that's 2 crits. So yeah, the 2 crit and 1 basic. That's just enough.
Oh my god, holy fuck. Thank fuck I spent the adrenaline.
Well played, Mac. You came around at the very end.
As yeah, you do get spotted, but immediately the fucking sniper rifle bullets start flying as it forces the soldiers to take cover as Brandon just drops 2 bodies before they can even like tell where the fuck the gunfire is going. As Faith, Alaric will indicate this large garage that seems to house, at least you can see 2 vehicles, 2 large like trucks.
Yeah.
And he'll indicate a 3rd building, which does look considerably like less secure, which he assumes is where a lot of the people are sleeping for you, Roy, to go and fucking kill the researchers under the guys, because if they see a soldier, they might not like freak out immediately. As you see Alaric just pull out a gun and a large combat knife as he like moves in, using the cover fire that Brandon is doing. Keep the soldiers preoccupied. Both head out to your jobs. As we'll start with Roy. As you do still have the camo gear on and manage to reach the barracks safely as you walk in the see there's a bunch like people have already been packing. As one of the researchers, as you can see, like he's like dressed like a civilian, right? And you don't actually know if he's a researcher or whatnot, but will speak in Russian to you as he asks you what is going on outside and if they should like all evacuate now.
He'll respond back in Russian. It's like, the terrorists came back. Is this everyone? We need to get everyone out now.
Yes.
Gather everyone here.
Signal, shout for the others.
Good. I'm just gonna light them all up, Grunt.
Yeah, give me a shoot roll, because this is gonna be 1 basic, but it's not gonna be a... Because there's a lot.
I will spend an adrenaline, Grunt.
I would recommend you spend.
I'm gonna re-roll.
You can't. I had only failures.
I can't. No!
You can only free
when you
reroll
have
with no
like at least
failures.
one success. Yeah.
Ah, damn, you're right.
Gonna be
Oh,
a
can I
mind-
spend my spotlight, Grunt? Can I spend my
Yes.
spotlight?
I think you can spend your spot.
Alright, I'm spending my spotlight.
Yeah, as yeah, you immediately gun down the guy screaming, as the other people will sort of rush out, and you start like chasing them down and shooting them one by one, as you'll be able to gun down all these civilians quite easily. Meanwhile, Faith, you've managed to reach the garage, and well, you can begin like sabotaging the vehicles, make sure they can't like actually give chase. And listen, another explosion is just gonna make things that much better. So you can give me a fix roll.
Neato.
There you go. As yeah, you can in fact make sure that the things not only will not function, but the gas leak will in fact ignite the place like a fucking Christmas tree. As you leave, and as you set like a trailing gas line, basically, one spark, it ignites quickly before you take cover, and the fucking explosion blows out the entire building, as there's like it's ringing in your ears as it takes a couple of moments for you to recover. But luckily for you, Brandon, this is more opportunity to gun down more exposed soldiers.
Yeah.
As
Start shooting some more.
yeah, I think we're gonna make you
Me-
roll
me-
for this.
Oh, not even. Yeah, it would have been merely an 8 dice roll instead of the 10 dice roll.
As at this point, yeah, Faith, I'm gonna need you. Actually, no, you should give me a shoot roll, because the other two will need to give me a stunt roll.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
nearly 8 dice roll instead of the 10.
So every extra success he gets
Oh, fuck, that's an 8 bonus. No, never mind it.
gets added to you.
So you saying? Oh, I
I'll
gotcha.
free reroll that. Maybe I'll get like a. Listen, it's a 50-50 and I get a 1 up.
He hungers for the success.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Roy and Faith to give me stunt rolls
Okay.
to be able to like evacuate properly.
I would like to use an adrenaline for this. If that's possible.
Yes.
I have no more adrenaline. I got a success though.
Oh, I got a lower success.
Yeah, I
Well,
got 2 basics and 1 crit to spread around.
listen,
Just
no,
reroll?
because you want crit as your basic, Mac. You only have 2 basic to give, so.
I gotcha.
Fuck, yeah, right. Ah, god damn it.
Listen, Mac, would you really help out Roy that much? He's kind of a dick.
No. Yeah, I'll give 1 to Fave and another 1 to Roy.
Yeah. Roy, you will also, as you try and run away. Again, one of those stray bullets does catch you as pierced shoulder. Not look good, but you're mostly fine.
Mostly fine.
As managed to run away into the confusion. There's probably still a couple of soldiers left, Brandon, but at this point everyone else seems to have done their job, as Alaric
there's no
calls
point
in
to.
for a retreat. As you all make it back to the vantage point where Brandon is, and from there you'll be able to properly make your way back to the view. Alaric is also with you, looking mostly fine. He is covered in blood, but well, it appears to not be his own. As he looks at you, Roy, and is like, well, please tell me you at least killed the scientists.
Every single one.
As you'll all get back in the car. Faith, wanna do another heal check for Roy here?
Get over here. Go 1 second.
Get over here, princess.
I can re-roll if you want, Roy, but I don't know. It's just a bullet wound. I'm sure you're fine, right?
You know, I think the whole because I think this we can make this in character because like as you're fixing me up, we'll probably say something like, "Ah, you really know how to work your fingers, huh?" And that's probably
I'm done. And I'm done.
There you go.
You'll survive.
I did my best, but he lived.
Yeah, you will drive back. Clark says, okay. The job is not half finished.
I assume we went from C- to at least a B-.
Yeah, I think that works.
The
Could have been
facility's
worse.
destroyed. The scientists are dead. We got some of the information.
Yeah, all of the information would have been a perfect score, but nothing's perfect.
Next time I'll bring a
Perhaps
bigger
it-
book back.
Perhaps if we had 2 whole suitcases. There was a lot of documents.
Can imagine.
Maybe you can. Sorry, go on.
They've been studying this rift for a while now.
Seemed like it was some kind of fountain of youth.
Well, you know what? You know what that quirky guy Germany said? Time is relative.
It didn't work in the favor of the guy they put in there.
Well, I can imagine.
I don't know. I can't imagine how he must have felt. Or, I assume it was and the research she was able to read. Did he remember that he was 70 at all? Did the man? Did it mention all the memory of the man and like how what it was like for him in any way doing the research that she was able to gather?
You didn't manage to read, but you can look through the files if you want.
Yeah, she's gonna take a glance at that. It's all right.
It appears to have left the memories intact. The brain was mostly unaffected.
Yeah.
At least he was able to. I'm not sure if it's good or better that he was able to keep his memories.
Huh.
Just everything else was affected.
Can't imagine it was pleasant to see your skin grow back to the younger state.
Maybe he had a lot of. Well, he wasn't the most healthiest man, so going back from that to 40 must have been a bit of relief, maybe.
You'll drive closer to the town all day. Oh, I always like to have a drink after a job.
Think a
Sounds
nice,
good to me.
yes, a nice shot of something would be good.
He sort of pulls out of like underneath one of the chairs. That's like a bottle of whiskey. Oh, don't have glasses though, so have to do.
Not too squeamish, so good enough for me.
Oh, he like uncorks it, takes us, pass it around. What's next for you?
Apparently hiding out.
Oh, collecting the cash, see if it's another offer. If not, I'll probably flying back around to Africa, to Kenya, my usual hunting grounds. And I hope the government suppress commies, insurrectionists, the usual.
If I'm lucky, I could do some projects in my own time, but more likely I'll be another job. Things never stop. Time marches on and all that good stuff.
Sure does. That's your first Rift mission.
Yeah, Brand will nod at that.
Come on, is it alright if I say this would be Faith has done one before?
Yeah, that's fine.
I had my chance to do one. Just basically started my interest there. Lucky enough to do another.
I've done my share of odd jobs for odd people, but this was my first Rift.
So, it looks like your brand is like suppressing comments.
Yeah. I'm having government against rebels.
I hear there might be more of those soon.
Actually, Pavica. Oh well, there's no. Western Africa is never short of work.
True. Do you enjoy the work life?
Ah. Pays the bill, you know.
A lot of things that pay bills.
Oh, it reminds me of the army days. That's the labor market back in the UK ain't the greatest.
For that. What about you? Looks at Roy. How the fuck did you get here?
Let's just say my pockets have holes in them. The way I burn through money. And, I'm pretty well known for being able to get into places instead of, always arresting me. Sometimes I'm hired instead.
Certainly get around.
You know it.
It's like you never turn off. Don't.
Me, I'm always turned on.
That's, you know what? That's my fault. This is not the first time this joke has fallen on me.
I feel like Roy here falls on many people.
Please tell me that was in character.
Yeah?
He'll look at Alark and just say,
Always ready for one more.
You'll sort of get out of the car and see, like, pops open the trunk. And grab a suitcase. Cash, clothes, some medicine for the road. Sure, you can probably pay someone here to smuggle you across the Gulf.
Much obliged.
I'm sure to live long enough might be work for you in the future. Keep an eye out. CIA have agents all over the place.
Roy will raise a glass to that.
And what about you, Faith? How does one come to secret researcher / spy / saboteur?
Put your nose in a lot of places you shouldn't, basically. I worked for some government jobs, stumbled my way up to the top. Didn't really take no for an answer, we'll say. And once I couldn't get what I wanted, I decided to find other avenues. It's worked out pretty well. A couple of bumps and bruises, as she indicates to her, like, eye, basically, but still alive and breathing.
Always People interested in the rifts are always valuable assets. Pretty much everyone.
It's true, at the very least. I'm more the one to actually research and not, be in one person's pocket if I can help it for too long.
Everyone
the
is
job
in
is-
someone's pocket.
Less money makes the world go round.
Don't I know it? And research is hard when you don't have the money to pay for it, so.
So the only question is, do you want to be in a pocket where you like it? Want to be in a pocket like shit?
It's pretty obvious what my answer would be, preferably, but you don't really get to choose that all the time, now do we? You got
Oh.
some pockets to looking?
Might be.
Well, you can't keep me in suspense. I'm always listening, looking for new jobs, and a chance to study rifts that's a golden opportunity.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, if any of you have anything to say or ask or do,
Ask if all is willing to answer, like, exactly how he stumbled upon this job as well. Like, how did you get here, essentially?
I've worked with Brandon on any ops. On my first job.
CIA or freelance?
Both, I would say. Really depends who you ask. I think it's more freelance. If you only freelance for like one group.
Plausible deniability.
So we're against a man who likes freelancing and his wonderful dog to start this type of life. How did you even get here?
That's a long story. Yeah, I'll tell you to one. Tell it to you one day. Let's just say I also have a great interest in the rifts.
And here I thought you were a simple GI with handleable Langley.
Oh,
You definitely have military training, I can tell that. You definitely buffed your common GI.
I have.
Even though
Let's just say I have combat training. It's necessarily military. I suck at.
I kind of wonder why you were running off with a knife down there. I thought mostly because you were I was more efficient down there at the base of close quarters.
So I have basic gun training, but I'm no marksman. Just say I grew up on the streets where knives were much more common than guns.
Still, even in most situations, a gun is usually more useful than, well, of course, in urban environments, I suppose so. But I'm not much of an urban, I'm not much of an urban prowler myself.
Grew up in the big city. Well, grew up in a neighborhood that you either learn to use the knife at an early age, or well, somebody else would have learned that before you.
Same back in the UK in Birmingham. Buddy got stabbed out there by the unemployed coal miners. But a few gangs popping up.
So what's next after this for you then? Another job? A vacation?
I don't take days off.
Got any friends? Lovers?
That seems awfully personal.
I think personal's all he does.
Okay. Okay, I'm off to town. I'll get you a passage myself. Like hops off.
In my defense, that last one wasn't me. I was just curious.
Uh-huh. Gonna
Where
wander
you
off.
scared him off.
I was just trying to make conversation. You made it weird.
I made it
Something
weird.
tells me you're always thinking about this kind of stuff.
Listen, you don't ask the CIA operative about his personal background.
Yeah, I'll make sure not to ask about his personal background. When I roll over there, makes googly eyes at him. I guess that's I'll make sure I know the line here.
I can make googly eyes at you instead if you want.
Oh, be still, my young heart. You keep your eyes at the floor, sir.
Well, there is some nice stuff down there too, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, outside of the whole situation, I'm not sure how much we're really to talk about, but Roy, you seem to be in a bit of trouble.
Oh, I'm always in some bit of trouble.
Who do you think that woman was? A princess? Some wife of some noble? Maybe just a very dangerous and powerful crime lord, for all we know.
Probably mobster daughter is my guess.
I hope it's all four.
Unless she's a fucking Romanov or something, but that'd be kind of silly. Not like Russian. That's like the traditional abilities in the meeting.
It is a bit of an interesting luck that you stumbled your way into a Russian woman's bed the day we needed to go off our mission. You're either the luckiest son of a bitch or the most unluckiest son of a bitch. I'm thinking the latter.
More the latter, yeah. It doesn't sound like it was very advantageous to work with overall.
Luck and unluck are the same thing. All depends on how you look at it. I consider myself lucky.
True. He is in a position where he might have a chance to live. Percentage-wise, I'm not too sure it's in your favor, though.
Gotta roll with the punches. There are plenty of beautiful women all around the world. This just means I'm going traveling.
Don't break too many hearts or get yourself broken in exchange.
I hope I find someone who can break me.
God. Brandon, something normal, at the very least. Same old ops you were saying? Nothing that catches your eye specifically?
Well, Miss Langley approached me for another well-paying job, that is. I don't. Sadly, those don't grow on trees. As I said, I'll go back. I'll take in my money. Maybe buy some goodies in the U.S. while I'm there, and then off to Kenya. My usual hunting grounds, or Congo, Angola. That depends where's work.
Well, if you ever stop on my side of the neighborhood, give a ring. Interested to work with you again?
I doubt we'll work together unless you can't chuckle. Unless you also work with an anti-insurgency operations in Africa.
One thing Roy got right, you take life rolls with you some many different punches. Maybe I'll find my way there, maybe I'm not, but...
Fair enough, I suppose, true.
Some good brandy.
Better than the one that they gave in the army rations.
Oh, whiskey. I apologize, Grant. Redact that from the history notes. I will put it in my my archives.
I read my chuckle. That's whiskey, my dear.
Well, I'm not known to... Alcohol's not my thing I studied the most when I was in school. If it was a good drink, is a good drink.
Studying school, goddamn. You kind of moved pretty impressive with someone who didn't have any... I mean, did you have intelligence? You mentioned you have some intelligence training. But I doubt they potentially were field ops.
You'll be correct that they didn't really train me in field ops. I had to figure that out on my own. I think I did a pretty good job. You gotta be able to throw a punch or two to survive a lot of things.
Haven't seen many eggheads running around out in the wild. Usually they're like the Ivans escorted by security personnel.
You don't get to do the fun things when you're just escorted around. How else would you be able to things they didn't want you to see? I feel like, Grunt, are you just making fun of me right now?
No.
You're laughing at me?
I mean, I am laughing at you, but I'm not lying to you.
You son of a bitch. fine. It's
Tastes
fine.
like whiskey.
Of course. We my red fucking tape over here.
What year is this grunt again?
1976.
Wow.
God fucking damn it!
Red, I'm also like you. Listen, I did mention time is relative, Red.
It's
Going
less
back.
that. Listen, okay, alright. Guys, gonna be honest. I think Alaric gets isekai. Along with his dog.
No, not the dog.
Anyway, let's continue on this. Brandon will say nothing unless before we continue us afterwards, unless Grant wants to finish the session with something else.
As
Do small talk. Yeah.
about an hour later, Alaric returns and is like, found sailor has a boat. Trust him, Roy. He won't scam you, steal you, and dump your body in the Gulf. After that, though, it's on you.
Right. Time to find another new name. Roy's Old News.
I hope you know Arabic, Roy.
Let's see, Grunt. What can I roll speech to see if I know Arabic?
Sure, but it's gonna be written in a base. Actually, no, because you can't do that here. Fuck. Yeah, you know what? Give me a crit roll. It's your speech.
That's
Oh
a
my
crit
God.
in
Oh my
basic,
God.
That's a
Oh
crit
my
in the
God, crit in the
basic.
basic.
Yeah. There you go.
In Arabic, he responds back, "You know it, baby."
Are you like
God damn it.
I like a philologist? Yeah, like the languages, goddamn. I mean, I know a few mercs, so like some French legionaries who are pretty diverse in their cast, but
You think Brandon hires every moron?
Hmm.
He has to have some skill.
fair enough, I guess.
As he looks at you, Roy, and says, instead of that, I suggest you might find yourself useful to other powerful people. The Bratva isn't the only criminal syndicate around. Be useful to the CIA, KGB, or whoever the fuck you want to sign up with. They might keep you alive long enough to see retirement.
I'll have my fingers crossed.
Good luck, and I would say stop sticking your dick in crazy, but I don't think you're gonna listen to me.
It's you have the best laid plans of mice and men and all that.
Late is definitely a word for you.
You know it.
Pats you on the back and gets you out of the car before you see the dog jump in the back. As Alaric will start driving back to Mogadishu. It'll be a bit of a trip. As you know, yeah, Roy, you will find there's a sailor has a boat. More than willing. Apparently, Alaric paid all the expenses, so he is gonna just drop you off in the city of Aden on the other side, and well, you can make your way after that. You have money. You know the language.
Oh, did we get the cashier or?
No, he did. Alaric
yeah,
gave
I
a
have to see it to
suitcase
fuck
with
up.
everything.
The suitcase, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah, right.
And he left you the pistol as well, so they're not totally defenseless. He did give you a lifeline.
He did.
So yeah, as the others will be driven, and I assume Brandon, you also will make your way back to New York. That'll be the question.
Yeah, he'll collect his money, and then, as he said, he'll go back to and if they have another job for him,
Yeah.
immediately he'll fly back towards Africa, maybe buy some goodies in New York, and then
You will fly back to. As you land in New York, you see you will hear that apparently not that long ago, a couple of days before you landed, There was a murder of a high-profile local politician. Gunned down in the middle of the streets. Fucking brain splattered all over his cars. And the attackers are at large and unknown.
JFK, no!
No, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Apparently, local politician connected to banking and because you will see like Alaric checking the news, connected to banking and certain oil companies as well. Alaric just kind of you'll kind of hear him mumble like, fucking great.
Brandon would just say like industry may be dying, but no much of shortage for assassins and whatnot. Even in the States.
Listen. These people, they fucking.
Some fat capitalist, some banker.
Listen. Sometimes, no matter whether you're rich, you're powerful. You need to piss off the wrong person, and they'll. Sure, you never see the next day.
Not sure that.
Presumably, we'll drive with Alaric back to the Belmont Hotel, where your CIA contact is waiting. We'll step in. Alaric's just gonna go get a drink as you will meet with Agent Taylor. You walk into the room and take a seat. Job well done. I heard you might have encountered a bit of a hiccup here, but I'm glad to see you take initiative to make Mr. Smith's job much easier.
Not one to leave a job half done.
Does it really look good if it's almost messed like that?
Johnson says, well, I can't pay you more, but as agreed upon, as he'll kind of push cases.
Always a pleasure doing business, of course.
Boys, and I'll cash. As it was a pleasure doing business, and I will keep your names and contacts for the future.
Of course. This has been interesting, and I can't say no to something like this.
Of course.
Well, we'll see in the future whether we'll meet again.
Good luck with your mercenary contract in Africa.
And one last drink at the bar, Fafa.
I wouldn't say no to that.
Good, because holy fucking shit, the drinks in Africa are mixed.
Sure, you can. You'll be able to survive that at the very least.
Used to it. But a man needs a few luxuries sometimes.
Don't I know it?
Yeah, I mean, you can get a couple of drinks. How long are you gonna spend your time here? Very expensive, by the way. Certainly expensive.
He will buy like one drink because he doesn't want to waste too much money on useless stuff. Like one good whiskey, some proper brandy, and then he'll start like for a day, like he would go through his contacts, buy like some.
Say, how long are you gonna stay at the hotel itself? That's my question.
Oh,
Look, Faith always loves a good, lovely hotel. She will love to stay here longer, but they can't afford that. I can't afford that. I have to spend money on my lap. Get the fuck out of here.
Chad will be Faith for 1 hour, maybe have one drink, maybe, and then we'll go our separate ways.
They will be spending like more than an hour. You said, right?
Yeah, probably 1 or 2 hours. Yeah, just have Faith, depending on how much Faith wants to chat or not.
Probably just an hour, just to chat a bit and maybe see each other, contact. That's it.
About like 30 minutes or so pass as you will recognize the Russian lady that's approaching your table. Smiles and sits down and says, I thought there were 3 of you when you left.
Well, you know how journeys go. Sometimes you lose friends along the way.
Ah. Well, she's gonna like glance at you and say, I wonder. Now, if you wanna bullshit her, listen. You can always give me a speech roll.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for Roy.
It's
Appreciate it.
listen. Yeah, no, go ahead. You can roll.
Who's that? I can re-roll if you need to. Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, Red.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I re-roll or no?
Yeah.
Jesus
Is
Christ!
Matt
I'm
the
sorry. Did
GM?
I?
And I like smile and I says, of course. I've heard nice things about you, so I won't be mean. Enjoy your drinks, and happy hunting next time. She's gonna get up and take her leave.
I guess he left quite an impression then.
Sure if that was not sure whether it was a positive or a negative one, but I'm leaning towards the latter. Or
Let's just hope his luck hasn't rubbed up on us at the very least, or any part of him actually. Ugh.
yeah,
I think I should take my leave now.
I think that's an excellent suggestion, Miss Briggs.
Mm.
I know some vendors in Africa. Maybe I might not be staying in New York for too long.
New York's not my home turf, so I'll probably be out as well.
Maybe I'll visit Old Blighty again. See the home country for a bit.
It's always good to visit home every once in a while. Don't get in too much trouble then.
I'll be fine. I'm a bit more professional than Mr. Mathers.
I think many people are more professional than Mr. Mathers.
That's a pretty long list.
She'll give a bit of a smile and a wave to Brandon as she'll be on her way home. Or
yeah, I mean, listen, you'll both get up, I presume. Want to take your leave? Find the appropriate character.
Another shoe.
The red shade.
what is?
Listen. She appreciated your attempt. That's
What do
why I don't
mean?
want to say the difficulty, because then you would have been discouraged.
Something told me the difficulty was too high. Something told.
What do you mean? Ah. Right? Why did you do this to me?
But listen, she appreciates the fact that you stood up, tried to cover her. It's honorable. You seem like a good soul.
Sounds horrifying when you say it like that.
Hi. Why would you be so afraid?
Because of that tone of you is grunt. I know you.
I feel like you're insinuating. Being paranoid, right? You're being paranoid just because I'm looking like character pick.
Yeah.
It's just doesn't mean much.
He's taunting me this entire session with these theories. 1 second.
Pretty sure.
Ah, you know me so well. You know me pretty well.
Biggest.
I'm gonna kill you.
As the yeah, listen, it's fine. As you walk out, as be a sort of young man that stops and says, "Excuse me, miss, may I have a moment of your time?"
At the very least, it depends on what you're asking for. I don't really have much to offer, sir.
Ah, I was told quite differently. May I buy you a drink?
Fucking damn it. I don't see why not.
He'll sort of lead you to the bar, and as he does notice, you do also spot the woman talking to a different man. This guy, but you don't know who this guy is. She's just talking to him. As man says, excuse me, one drink for the lady, whatever she wishes. As she like says that to the barman, and the bartender, and he'll like go around you, speak to the others. The bartender will lean over and says, "What can I get you?"
What? I assume, I don't know enough about drinks, so something expensive and looks like a wine shape, I assume.
Why?
A cosmopolitan. A cosmopolitan.
I have no fucking clue. Whatever that is. Yeah.
It's a cocktail. Cocktail.
He
so you
pours
most
water
expensive-
into a wine bottle for you. Get some red food coloring. There you go.
No, the final part is like the wine shaped as you know,
The grud,
It's
whatever.
true alcoholic here.
I trust you. I don't give a fuck. Cocktail? Yeah, we'll go with that.
I was gonna say,
Cocktail.
you think I'm the connoisseur of like expensive wines? No, he'll say, listen.
I was
We
shaken,
have,
not stirred. That's it.
we have Chateau Cheval Blanc from, well, so it's from a good batch. Deep
I'll
red.
try that then.
Wonderful. As yeah, he's gonna open the bottle. I'll say you probably can assume this bottle's like at least $1,000.
And just to make sure, she sees that this guy goes off to talk to the other two,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
As the other two seemingly were having not an argument, but not necessarily a pleasant discussion. But as soon as the man approaches them, they seem to calm down and sort of go back to they go and sit back down at a nearby table as the young man will turn back and say, excuse me, martini for me. She's gonna take a seat next to you and says, Miss Briggs.
Oh, you even know my name. How concerned should I be?
Well, right. My name is Mr. Wilson. I run the hotel. I'm its proprietor.
Well, lucky me then.
Yes. It has come to my attention that you may be interested in certain, just say, unofficial work. You may have problems with being in certain pockets.
It's definitely something I worry about often. Hard to get all the fun stuff when you need to go through red tape.
Well, I can assure you that the red tape will be a thing of the past. I'm here to propose to you a more long-term work relationship that will open up doors that you didn't even know existed, and resources that were once beyond your reach. But as everything, it comes with certain strings attached.
What are those strings exactly?
Well, mostly me, but we'll be getting involved with some very dangerous individuals. And as they say, the greater the reward, the higher the risk.
Well, nothing at all new, at the very least. I assume if I want to gain some of this resource, I have to put my body into the line, so
There is
seems fair
no
enough.
going back. Say yes to this. You accept my offer. That will be permanent choice. And backing out at any point after that means certain death.
To make it sound so much fun.
I'm glad you enjoy the allure of danger.
At the very least, I'm not foolish. I'm not a fool. What I want, and if you're offering everything I want, there's no way I can say no to that.
Good. Then, well, I hope you will enjoy that drink. There will be another job opening soon. You can go to the elevator, ask for floor 13. And well, it's always good to pay for favors, as he just kind of places this gold coin, like pushes that towards you, and this to the elevator operator, and
She,
your new
picks
journey
it
will
up.
begin.
Does the coin look like anything in particular, Grunt, or anything that would indicate where it came from?
It looks quite ornate. It
Hmm.
has a very intricate design. You can recognize this skull symbol, sort of like printed quite big on it. There's a lot of like small details to it.
I guess the main question I would have is: does it look like it comes from any particular society, or is it just something that was
How the
made on
fuck
its
would you
own?
know that? What do you mean with particular society?
I'm saying, like, hey, does it look like it's a Roman coin? Does it look like it's
No.
Nah, that's what I'm asking. Okay. I don't know if I could roll for it or if it had any origins at all. Yes, that's all she was asking. Oh, very pretty coin. And thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Of course, coin represents an exchange of favors in a different type of professionals. Welcome to your new world, Miss Briggs.
She smiles with a sip of the drink that she has.
That note, ending the session.